Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Valoria goes left. Valoria flips it up and in! So Orlan Mamar, but Mamar gets the step and the finish. Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire. Oh my goodness! June Manzo all the way from Serrano, Bebuelo, Serrano with the basket. Fuentes, no hesitation, gets it to go. No! Obiso, yeah! Jason Obiso with the putback! Jay de la Vergen. Oh! Ginamitan ng Pictus. Porter inside and Chris Porter. We all thought, everyone in this building thought that Batangas was on their way. Fuentes, the jumper, no! Obiso, yes! Jason Obiso with the putback! And we have a game 3! That's a comeback for the ages! The Quezon Huskers live to fight another day! LJ, step back 3! Yes! Fuentes, yes! And Quezon is your South Division champion, winning a thriller over Batangas! Four months have passed since that memorable series ended in Lucena, in Quezon. And 4 months have, the wait has been 4 months para dito sa Batangas City to get back against the Quezon Huskers. Gabanal and Seth Ablaza going at it once again. That was a memorable series. And ang maganda dito, we did not take long to wait for a rematch because they are facing off right in their first game of the season. Magandang gabi mga kaliga sa Delf Tupas. Kasama si Javi Palana. And Javi, parang nakakatindig balahibo yung flashback na yun.
Exactly. You covered that series, and that was a comeback for the ages, as you said, what Quezon did in Game 2, and they forced the Game 3. They won Game 3 to be able to step into the National Championship. That was quite the series. That was for the second straight year that Batangas suffered a heartbreak in the South Division Finals.
Oo, and ang mabigat dito, Quezon, ang mabigat dito, Quezon did not win in the national finals, and they felt they had a better chance against Pampanga. But nonetheless, that's all in the past now. And Quezon, Batangas start again this season. Fresh slate, 0-0 ang kanilang record pareho. And they're trying to parade some new faces in their lineups, and they're going at it today.
And I'm sure Coach Solo Villanueva and his squad, they really look forward to this opening game of the season para sa kanila to be able to get back at their tormentors, the Quezon Huskers.
And what a way to start the season against your fierce rival in the South. Kasama din natin Mika Abisamis, and Mika, alam natin na medyo malungkot ang fans dito sa Batangas on that December or November night last year. Kamusta naman sila this time going into this game?
Si Delph and Javi, the Batangas fans want nothing but redemption here tonight. May mga nakausap ako na iba sa kanila at alam mo, mas seryoso pa ang mga mukha nila kaysa sa ibang players on the court. But of course, we know Coach Cholo Villanueva, wala naman masyadong nagbago sa system niya. Walang masyadong nadagdag the players. Maybe just Ken Igalo. What he wants to prevail here tonight are their battle scars. Yan daw ang puhunan nila para sa larong ito. Para naman dito kay Coach Eric Gonzalez, he called the Batangas team the most consistent finalist in the MPBL, and that alone is already a threat for him. Kaya he's very excited to see the infusion of Sarao and Gabayni into his front line. Si Delphin Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And you see the respect immediately from the two coaches that we have here, Coach Cholo Villanueva and Coach Eric Gonzalez.
Yeah, two seasoned coaches, two guys that have really seen a lot of basketball throughout their careers, and you can tell that both coaches they really prepared for this opening game against each other. And I'm sure Coach Eric Gonzalez, he wants, as Mika mentioned, to see already great performances from Gabayni and JP Sarao. They're two new additions. They are 21-7 last year, finished first in the Southern Division. They breezed through the first two rounds of the playoffs, but then they went up against Batangas and talagang nahirapan sila. They lost the first game, but they managed to win 2 straight do-or-die matchups against Batangas to enter the national championship, just failing to win a game against Pampanga in the national championship.
Well, you check out the lineup. They did add Joshua Yero and Vince Magbuhos, Joseph Gabayni, and of course, JP Sarao. When you talk about there was a problem with the size of Quezon, and it was evident in the national finals, and they sort of addressed that with these acquisitions.
Correct. Joseph Gabayni is certainly that guy that will plug the hole in the middle para sa kanila. JP Sarao, very able scorer as well in the post. He was an all-star last year playing for Parañaque. And Dario also coming in here para sa Quezon Huskers. He will be a leader for this squad, be it off the bench or starting. Joshua Yero, you mentioned him. He's a guy who likes to play both ways. And itong si Vince Magbuhos, a very capable big man of stretching the floor for the Quezon Huskers.
Batangas naman ang pag-usapan natin last season, and they're the most consistent team in such a way na lagi silang nasa South Division Finals. But again, last season, it's the same result para sa kanya, and they fell short against Quezon, and they did add Kenneth Ighalo to the squad. The 20-8 ang Batangas, easily breezed past Davao in the first round, and in the division semifinals had to go through a tough South Cotabato team, and then the heartbreak. Mind you, they were up 8 with 2 minutes remaining in in game 2, and then they lost that game. Here's their lineup this year.
And that was on their home floor, that game 2 loss that they had. You look at the lineup that they have this year, adding Kenneth Ighalo, I think the most notable addition to their roster. Not really a lot of changes, but you could see also Coach Cholo Villanueva is looking to add more shooting by adding Kenneth Ighalo to this roster.
And hindi na natin patatagalin pa to. Batangas and Quezon rematch dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. Let's go to Miguel Prey for the starting lineups.
This is gonna be exciting, mga kaliga, as we bring you tonight's main game here at the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. Quezon Huskers versus your Batangas City Tanduay Ramesters. Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's meet the starting fives. First, for the Quezon Huskers. Starting at forward, number 41, Joshua Yero. Also at forward, number 5, Simon Sandagon. Playing center, number 19, JP Sarao. Off guard, number 2, Judel Fuentes. And at one guard, number 13, LJ Gonzalez. The head coach for the Quezon Huskers is Eric Gonzalez. Assistant coaches Richie Tigzon, Ed De La Torre, Luis Velasco, Jonathan De Guzman, Nash Rosella, Bernard Digia, Anton Escolin, Jeric Tang, and Rex Baldeo. Team managers, attorney Don Kapunan. And now, Batangas City, get on your feet, cause it's time to meet the starting unit of your MPBL inaugural season champions, Batangas City Tanduay Ramesters. Coming in at center, number 26, John Ambuluto. Forward, number 15, Don Ochea. One guard, number 10, CJ Isid. Two guard, number 45, Jong Baloria. And at power forward number 53, Sid Ablesa. The head coach for Batangas City Tanduayra Masters is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Dino Ponce Enrile. Assistant team manager Gilbert Alea. Team manager Gene Alavanza.
Starting five of the game brought to you by 1xBet. The visiting Quezon Huskers will have reigning Rookie of the Year LJ Gonzalez, Jodel Fuentes. Second team, JP selection, JP Sarao, Simon Sandagon, and Joshua Yero, the rookie. Batangas City naman, CJ Isit, Jong Valoria. Defensive Player of the Year, Don Ochea. The first team all MPBL, Sed Ablasa, and John Ambuluto is the man in the middle for the Rum Master. So what a star-studded affair here in right in the first game of these two teams this season. If you're not fired up for your season debut, hindi ko alam kung anong kailangan laro.
You definitely have to be fired up for this one. I mean, two first team all selections, two first all team selections at the start of this game in LJ Gonzalez and Sed Ablasa for both of these squads. Definitely very exciting and also very interesting to see how these new additions fare.
As it is a violation to start the game.
Not really the way you want to start. Very anticlimactic beginning there in the first possession for the Huskers.
Our officials for tonight, Seb Pingol is the crew chief, John Paul Abobo and Karina Martin, our female referee. It's International Women's Month, so nice to see one of our female referees here for
Two
this big matchup
to begin the game for both teams.
Coach Cholo Villanueva, fresh off his meetup with the great Sabrina Ionescu.
Sana all.
Sana all. Pati si Rain Tixon eh.
Yun na nga eh.
Dyan sa bench ng Quezon.
Yeah, the social media manager of the Huskers. Wala ka ba dun?
Wala. Working, my friend.
Hirap naman talaga kumita ng pera.
Turnover ulit.
The Huskers struggling in their first two possessions. That's quick two giveaways para sa kanila.
Over the top. The Rum Masters won't have Levy Hernandez for this matchup, and he is serving a suspension from Game 3. Yung tinamaan niya sa groin area, ito si Gab Banal.
This is very funny. With all the excitement coming into this game, both of these teams seem to be having, I don't know if these are jitters or simpleng excitement rin ba to para sa kanila that they're too distracted in trying to execute here at the start.
Ochea launches the three. No good. Guerrero with the rebound. LJ Gonzalez leaves it to Jodel Fuentes. A foul on Don Ochea.
Coach Cholo Villanueva putting in the reigning defensive player of the year in Don Ochea on Jodel Fuentes to begin this game. I think there's a problem with the scoreboard here.
Yep. 188 ang score eh.
Wala pa nga pumupuntos eh.
And we do have some technical difficulties at the moment that need to be addressed. So we will be right back from the Batangas City Coliseum.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Manny Pacquiao. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 ka. 50 tayo. 50 si MB. Kahati mo si Manny.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, para sa 100%'ong Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MP! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, para sa 100%'ong Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MP! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Our MPBL founder and chairman, Senator Manny Pacquiao, watching alongside wife, Madam Jinky Pacquiao. JP Sarao turns the ball over. Jong Baloria to CJ Isit. The runner from CJ, that won't go. Jodel Fuentes. Seda Blaza, interestingly, with a new number, Javi, 53.
We have to ask Mika what the reason for the change of number is because ang tagal niyang di nagpalit ng jersey. Number.
23 yata siya, di ba?
Yeah.
Jong Baloria. Medyo malaki ang number ng Batangas uniform. And Seda Blaza.
Maybe that's the reason why.
Baka mas naging shooter siya dahil. First basket of this matchup, courtesy of Seda Blaza. A good-sized crowd here inside the Batangas City Coliseum. There's a foul on CJ Isit.
CJ Isit is definitely a very able defender going up against a guy like LJ Gonzalez. You see here the kick out. Baloria getting it out and then the swing pass to Seda Blaza for the top of the circle three. JP Sara was right there to challenge, but Seda Blaza only needs a little room to be able to get off a shot from beyond the arc.
There's a technical. Protesting that call. Was it on Coach Cholo? CJ Isit, it's actually a flop.
Yeah.
So technical on the flop. So not on Coach Cholo Villanueva. JP Sarao. Judel Fuentes. Sarao wants it against Ochea. This is something that Quezon did not have last season.
Post presence. And now they have a couple of very able players at that position in JP Sarao and Joseph Gabayni.
Sarao underneath, and he gets his first basket as a Husker.
With these two players, they now have a lot more variety in their offense, which makes it hard for teams to defend them, because now they're going to have to pick their poison. Are they going to stop the post threat, or are they going to defend the outside shot?
John Ambuluto just shooting over Sarao. He had the height advantage on Sarao. 5-3 ang ating score. Sarao to Sandagon. Fuentes. Nakawala, no good on that one. That's last touch. On a black shirt, by the way.
And JP Sarao is very sure that it should be Quezon basketball. Let's take a look at this last play. This was John Ambuluto with a fake there on the pass and then going up strong for that 2 points.
Referee John Paul Abobo pointing possession Batangas, but it looked like it was last touch on a Batangas player. And that forces Coach Eric to make a challenge, and we will be right.
Challenge was successful. Ball possession stays with Quezon Huskers.
So it's a successful challenge for the Huskers. And tama naman talaga yung unang ano natin eh. That was last touch on Don Ochea.
The thing is kasi kung hindi nila challenge yun, hindi na nila i-overturn eh. Yung call our referees.
You know, Paulo Hobalde of Cebu watching right now. Gonzalez. That's a wild shot from LJ. Well defended. CJ Isit. Bounce pass inside. Ambuluto for two. He actually had a really good series, a good playoff run. Ito si John Ambuluto, Javi.
Correct, yeah. And that's why, you know, Coach Cholo Villanueva has given him more trust here by starting this game. He has improved in so many facets of the game, not just defensively, where it was his primary objective on the floor.
And CJ Isit, ganda na pasa na yun to Ambuluto for our assist of the game. Brought to you by 1xBet. And let's welcome Diego Dario to the MPBL. Finally making his debut, the former UP Fighting Maroon. As CJ Isit knocks down the jumper.
Very confident here to start the game. It was CJ Isit. Made a couple of good passes. Oh! Welcome to the MPBL, Diego Dario.
Three-pointer for Diego Dario. He will not hesitate.
Definitely. He's always been a scorer. High school pa lang yan. Nag-abot kami sa UAP Juniors, and Diego has always been a guy who wants to score the basketball. But here in Quezon, he will be challenged to be more of a facilitator as well because of the amount of talent that surrounds him.
It's a wild three-pointer galing kay Yero.
Not really his strongest suit. Ito si Joshua Yero. He's a two-way player, but the outside shot, not really a part of his game.
And Joseph Gabayni is in the game para sa Quezon. They did their work early, itong Quezon Huskers, because they secured Gabayni, Sarao, Diego Dario, I believe, was supposed to join the lineup as early as last year.
Yes, correct.
And Vince Magbohos, while others were scrambling to complete their squads, Quezon did a lot of the work early and were able to settle early on na nakapaghanda sila.
Because they realize that even if they have the big names, kung hindi nila mapapractice yung mga pangalan na yan together with their core of players right now, eh mahihirapan sila going down the line. So it's better that they got everybody together maaga pa lang. And now you're seeing the product of those time of practice together. Diego Dario hitting his second three of the game.
No, just a long two. Diego Dario, look at him all pumped up for his debut.
Gabanal also very pumped up, trying to argue that last call. Take a look at this.
Ganda ng pasa na to. Wide open, Diego Dario from the corner.
That's something that Diego has made sure of throughout his career. He knows that he's not the tallest player. So he knows that kailangan pag libre siya, sure ball na agad eh.
And one of the hardest working players.
Indeed, yes.
I know. Ablaza launches the three and the defense of Quezon just clamping down on the round master. Here's Diego to Vince Magbohos. It's an open three. It's short. Rebounded De La Virgen. Ambuluto trying to seal early. That's a double foul. The game coming to life after a sloppy start.
Indeed. It was only a matter of time before these two teams get on a rhythm. You know that these two teams, as good as they are, will find ways to be able to make this game very exciting.
Banal, Magbuhos, Francis Tamsi, Joseph Gabayni, and Diego Dario ang lima para sa Quezon. Sed Ablaza, O'Neal Arim, MJ De La Virgen, John Ambuluto, and now Philip Panyamogan completing the five for Batangas. Panyamogan at the corner. And Stamsi. Philip fires a three. Forced that one.
Ill-advised shot, definitely. Still a lot of time on the shot clock.
Gabayni against Ambuluto. Gabayni attacks. Took an extra step. No call. Tamsi for three. Rebound ni Arim. Ambuluto inside the paint. And he is just a handful. Ito si John Ambuluto.
Because now he knows how to run the floor, where to position himself, how to make himself open. And credit to his teammates for being able to find him.
John Ambuluto at the line. His free throw is brought to you by Extreme ang kompleto. Ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Ambuluto gets the first free throw to drop. Batangas already over the limit. Quezon naman has 3 team fouls. Ambuluto with 5 points. 1 for 2 on that trip para kay John Ambuluto. Diego Dario, they get the switch here. Gabanal wants it against De La Virgen. Swings it over to Tamsi. Good pass, Gabanal. But Tamsi could not hit that open three.
Francis Tamsi is one of the streakiest shooters here in the MPBL. The thing is, when he misses, minsan tuloy-tuloy na yan. But when he hits it, that's gonna be a slew of made threes.
Porter and Apinanch set to check in for Batangas. Diego Dario, heat check para sa kanya. 2 of 3 so far para kay Diego. 8 to 10. De La Virgen, Ablaza, 3-pointer. Arim with the offensive rebound. Hindi pa nagpapahinga si Ambuluto tsaka si Ablasa dito. Arim down low to Ambuluto. Pinilit ni Ambuluto. They get the stop, Quezon. Gabayni goes behind the back. Dario, short. No call. Back the other way, Batangas. MJ De La Virgen steps into that three. No good.
That's a bad shot. Very horrible shot right there. Batangas shooting 4 out of 15 in this game. Quezon not doing so good themselves. They're 3 out of 13.
Yeah, both teams 1 of 9 from beyond the arc. Banal. Magbuhos to Dario. The extra pass. Back to Diego Dario. Another 3. That's good.
He's not gonna miss 2 straight. Ito si Diego Dario.
He's got 8 points in the ball game. Diego Dario, instant impact off the bench. Check out this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Mukhang magiging suki natin ito si Diego Dario throughout the season. A rejuvenated Diego Dario. It's so nice to see him playing well here with the Quezon Huskers.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Manny Pacquiao. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 ka.
50 tayo. 50 si MB. Kahati mo, si Manny.
Back inside the Batangas City Coliseum. As we have the 3rd game of this triple header. Papanood yung MPBL on Facebook and on YouTube. And on Solar Sports, Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. Turnover for Batangas, Jason Opiso, who has given this Batangas crowd a few nightmares. Banal. Blocking foul on Porter. 2 free throws for Banal.
I'd love to see Banal have a better season offensively this year.
But make no mistake about that, Javi. He is still one of their best decision makers when he has the ball.
Definitely so. And that's why he still gets a lot of playing time despite the amount of talent that surrounds him. Banal, when push comes to shove, you put the ball in his hands and you could get good plays.
Budel Gravera there. And RJ Minerva. See, Will Gozum is also there, still recovering from an injury. Joseph Gabayni and JP Sarao and Joshua Yerot on the bench. Mga bagong player ng Quezon. This has playoff vibes to it.
For sure, yeah. Especially with the amount of people that we have here inside the Coliseum. Look at that. Chris Porter with a new hairdo.
Getting his dinner there.
Yes, exactly. Ooh. Wow, that's a sharp call.
Referee Karina Martin, quick on that one. Look at Chris Porter using his size and heft.
You expect Chris Porter with a season under his belt already playing for Coach Cholo Villanueva to be much more comfortable with this Batangas squad.
35 seconds remaining in the quarter. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Panyamogan against Judel. That's a tough fadeaway. Philip Panyamogan, first basket of the season para sa kanya.
Those are the shots that he loves. Talking about Philip Panyamogan.
LJ Gonzalez, 2-second differential, game clock and shot clock. LJ finds Opiso, the extra pass. Fuentes, naubusan ng oras ang Quezon.
Overpassing there for the Huskers.
Well, Opiso had a shot.
Yes. And the thing is, when the shot clock is winding down like that, everybody has to be aware.
Porter able to receive. He takes the shot on, almost made the three. They were asking for a foul, the Batangas bench. But none.
Back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Itong report ko, magugustuhan ni Boss Sidelf at Coach Christian. Kasi sabi ni Coach Cholo Villanueva, I don't get insecure with teams with younger players because I honestly feel like we are aging like fine wine. He calls themselves the San Antonio Spurs of the MPBL. He feels that consistency is key as usual, but what they focused on during off-season were their free throws. He put emphasis on accountability sa larangan na yan. Pero generally, he said, while everyone is busy infusing several things, we are still here, polishing ours. Sidelf and Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And yeah, you know, when you suffer a defeat like that, it tends to be a really long off season, and there's a lot of things that you need to figure out, and free throw shooting is one of them. But you know what, Javi? I watched one of their tune-up games. Itong Batangas. They went up against the new team, Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. And this is a bit of trivia, and I'm sure you can reinforce this. It was the first time I saw Jexter Apinan go 2 of 2.
Wow! I can't
At
remember.
crunch time.
At crunch time.
At crunch time.
I can't remember the last time in the 4 years that I've been in the MPBL, Jexter Apinan sinking 2 of 2 in crunch time.
Oh. And after nung tune-up game na yan, nagpa-practice na 3 points.
Oh, wow!
Sabi ko, Jack, sobra na yan, ha? Baka
Okay.
pag sobrang shooter ka na, ha?
Well, let's see if those extra hours of practice will translate into game time para kay Jexter Apinan.
Panya Morgan gets the rebound off that Opiso miss. Panya Morgan for 3.
Fearless. Ito si Philip Panyamogan when it comes to shots like that.
May microwave tendencies dito. Ito si Philip Panyamogan.
Truly.
This is a great matchup between heavyweights. Gabayni and Porter. Porter getting the stop. Batangas looking to extend the lead. Mayor Mark Alcala is in the game. Ighalo for 3. It's good.
Outside of Levi Hernandez and Jong Valoria, Batangas didn't really have a shooter in the wings. So now that they have Kenneth Ighalo, that's one more option that they can have either coming off the bench or starting the game.
Gabayni misses the mid-range J. And Kenneth is more of a spot-up guy.
Exactly, that's why. So that's really a good player for them to have. Kasi si Jong at si Levi, they have the ball in their hands, not really catch and shoot players.
Panyamogan to Porter. Oh! Binato ang bola kay Rodel Gravera doon sa ilalim.
He was wide open and he's been practicing that shot.
Check out this three from Philip Panyamogan. Nobody stopping the ball.
If you're Mayor Mark Alcala, you gotta be up on Philip Panyamogan right away. That time, great delivery to Kenneth Ighalo on the right corner.
Sara with the pick to Dario. Swings it over to Mayor Mark Alcala. Alcala. That's a foul. on Jexter Apinan. Alvin Abundo comes in for Josh Dayero. It's only in the MPBL where you can play a 3-guard lineup and you won't be so worried with the size advantage of the other team.
Especially if it's Alvin Abundo, one of the guards on the floor. This guy can guard multiple positions.
Dario to Sarao. Nakala on the handoff. Shot clock winding down. Abundo. The fadeaway from Alvin. Short. Rebounded De La Vergen. MJ. He doesn't have the numbers. Panyamogan. Puts the ball on the deck. The step back three. Short. Rebound ni Diego Dario. Takbo ang Quezon. Dario sees a gap and lays it in. 10 points in the contest for Diego Dario.
Great maneuver on the defense in transition para dito kay Diego Dario. Was so calm, so composed. Just looked at the defense and knew right away what he was gonna do.
And a solid run with Meralco. Won a championship with them in the PBA.
Now he's looking to do the same here in the MPBL with the Quezon Huskers.
Sandagon is whistled for the personal as he tried to prevent Apinan from getting the offensive rebound. The play of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Check out this move from Diego Dario. He was probing and saw a gap right here on the crossover. Great pick by Sarao, by the way.
Exactly. Oh,
De La Vergen gets it back. And he misses the three. Abundo. This crowd very engaged and animated. Alcala launches, is blocked by Baloria.
you've almost got a full house here, at least for, except the general admission section. Pero practically, puno na yung halos lahat na section.
This is opening week of the MPBL 7th season. I can't believe they missed out on that. Unbelievable. Because if someone else touched that basketball, for sure, hindi talaga aabot sa ring.
Mismo, it would have gone the other way.
Just like
Upon
your trip
review,
to
the
Korea,
challenge
Javi,
was
it was a
successful.
successful challenge
Okay, yeah.
For the
Second
Quezon-
successful challenge.
for the Quezon Huskers.
That's the second time they had to use their challenge here in this game because of a terrible call. See this here. It was a block on Mayor Mark Alcala's shot. There you go. Clearly, it went off a Batangas player.
Gabanal misses the corner three. Igalo leading the break. He'll slow things down. Apinan. Regalo posting up on Dario. And Diego Dario comes up with the steal.
Yeah, he's doing so well here in his debut. It is Diego Dario playing both sides of the floor.
Sandagon on the high-low. Back to Sarao. Spin. JP, tough shot, no good. And Sarao, bit of frustration there. He's whistled for the foul.
And I've also got to mention that now with the new players that they have, Quezon has certainly tweaked their offense. You don't see a lot of reliance on the dribble drive offense that they once did in the couple of years that they had to start their stint here in the MPBL. Now there's more variety to their offense.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Porter, offensive foul.
And he's pointing at Gabaini. I don't know why. But the Huskers still down by 6 points here. Sidel can't seem to get over the hump.
And Diego Dario already has 10 points para sa kanila. Dario attacks.
But the
And-
problem there, Sidelf, is there's no other guy that's up there with Diego Dario in terms of scoring production.
Okay, I have to make a confession
Okay, ooh.
because
Wow.
this is I am honestly impressed with how Diego is doing right now. It's been a while since I've seen him play. Okay, and at this level with the experience and the quality of the opponent right now, and the way he's conducting himself and he's handling himself in this game, I tell you, this is probably the worst game to start yung karera dito sa MPBL. It's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
And
And
you're,
yet-
ikaw ang, you're the engine that's running this team at the moment. 11 points para kay Diego Dario.
If not for him, this Quezon squad would have been down by so much more. But I tell you, on my part, I'm not really surprised with the way that he's playing. He's worked so hard before the season to be able to get ready. He's always ready, talking
Yeah.
about Diego Dario.
Always ready, but again, it's all about translating it to the court.
Correct, yes.
Baka sa community court lang,
Ayun na nga eh.
baka sa UP community court mo lang napapanood to eh.
But I do get you though. Because many players really work so hard before their games, but not really a lot are able to translate it almost instantly compared to
Tama.
how Diego is doing it in his debut here in the MPBL against their rival, the Batangas City Tanguayro Masters.
A double foul.
One thing's for sure, physicality has certainly been at the forefront here in this game.
Early work from Sandagon and the feed from Banal for the assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet.
That's the second double foul we've seen here in the second quarter.
Regalo and Banal, I think nag-aabot to sa Mapua eh. Sa one and only season ni Gab Banal sa Mapua.
Yeah. I think Ighalo was on his way out. Tama ba?
I'm not really sure, but what I'm sure of is nag-abot sila.
Yeah.
Diego Dario, Vince Magbuos is in the game in place of Gabaini. Dario, Banal, swing to Magbuos, drive baseline,
Ooh.
and Sandagon misses the gimme.
I think he babied that shot. Ito si Simon Sandagon. He could have gone up stronger. Maybe even slammed it home.
MJ, the teardrop, won't go. Banal with the rebound. Abundo. Alvin to Magbuos. Swing to Dario. Corner three. Good. Diego Dario, what a debut. Long two. A long two para kay Diego Dario. 13 in the ball game.
As long as the Huskers move that ball around quickly, it ensures a scramble for Batangas City. And in terms of younger legs, they do have the upper hand in that department. And that's why they're quicker attacking and moving that basketball, talking about Quezon. Another stoppage.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to be Quezon basketball. Batiin natin ang mga kaibigan natin at mga idol na nanonood ngayon. Raymond Binuya. Lalaro sila bukas.
Yes, correct.
Much needed break para kay Diego Dario. And Topeng Lagrama, the homegrown star, has entered the game. Together with Judel Fuentes. Topeng. Nabatay ni CJ Isip. Lagrama to Fuentes. Magbuhos fires a three. Yes, sir.
That's why he's there, to stretch the floor. Vince Magbuhos, not as good a post threat as he is an outside shooter.
Baloria against Fuentes. Jong. Now with Ablaza. Said, dumps it to Ambuluto. He draws the foul. He is just a handful. Ito si John Ambuluto.
He's bull strong whenever he gets positioned in the middle of the paint. It's so hard to push him off. You need two guys to be able to cover him. At medyo nahuli lang sa angulo ito si Gab Banal. He had a lane to be able to intercept that pass. Kasi medyo malayo rin sana kay John Ambuluto yung pass eh.
John Ambuluto started his career with Parañaque here in the MPBL, and ang maganda dito for him is that hinahanap talaga siya ng kanyang mga kakampi. Banal secures the defensive rebound, 23-22. Both teams already over the limit. 3 minutes remaining in the second period. Banal to Lagrama. Topeng trying to find Sandago. Turnover. Ablaza on the run. Said Ablaza barges into Banal, and the ball will remain with Batangas. Last touch on Quezon.
He should have gone for the shot there to Ceseda Blanza.
Yeah, you feel the gigil.
Yeah, definitely.
Yung sa isa't isa, alam mo yun?
Yeah, you could feel it.
And it's not because of the... I think it's the first game of the season, but may added layer talaga yung rivalry na to.
Yeah, because of what happened in that series in the Southern Division Finals, especially for Batangas players, I'm sure that hindi nila nakalimutan yun. And Coach Cholo Villanueva, I think, ensured that they remember that series.
A lot of tears were shed in that series. Sandagon drives. Strong move from Simon Sandagon. Kala ko sasalpak na si Simon Sandagon.
This season, you could expect more Simon Sandagon highlight reels, that's for sure. He comes up with big plays time and time again. Very exciting player, especially in the open floor.
Now, Simon Slamdagon,
Yes.
is had a good year last season actually. Medyo umangat din yung mga numero niya. At on his third year in the MPBL, syempre mas mataas na yung expectation sa kanya.
Correct.
Oh! Last touch of Topeng.
You want him to make better decisions. And maybe, of course, you expect him to add more weapons to his bag.
Ambuluto. Oh! Steal by Topeng. Lagrama will lay it in.
And that's the first taste of the lead for Quezon.
25-23. Isip on to Ablaza. Said. Great footwork by Said Ablaza. Could not finish though. Grabe si Jaggy Gregorio dun sa dulo. Oh. Kalmado si Attorney Don Capuna.
Pero
si
siya-
Jaggy, grabe.
Great steal here by Topeng Lagrama, playing the passing lanes very well.
We have a timeout. Minute and 53 remaining in the half. It's Quezon in the lead, 25-23.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Pacquiao. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
Attorney Don Kapunan there. Yan, si Jaggy Gregorio po. Sa kanan, of course. Boss Manny Pacquiao, the MPBL president or founder. And of course, Madam Jinky Pacquiao. And it's nice to have a break during the campaign season kahit papano, no? Makakapag-unwind ka
Tama ka dyan.
with basketball. Lagrama to Gabayni, fouled by Ighalo.
He knew that he was late. Ito si Kenneth Ighalo. Alam na. Another heads-up play by Topeng Lagrama.
I am so happy we're having this matchup early in the season, opening week.
Because it sets the tone for the rest of the games, Adelph.
Yeah, absolutely. We had that really good triple header last time in Pangasinan.
Correct, yeah. And we're looking forward to more exciting games in this season, especially with bigger names joining us this year.
Konti lang daw yung games this year eh. Balita ko.
Mas konti nga.
500, gano'n.
And you know, our new tournament format ensures that these teams really treat their games special.
Oo. Especially with if you're in the same division.
Yes.
Isit could not finish against Gabayni. Topeng Lagrama. Opiso launches the three. In and out. Rebound. Nakuha ni Ambuluto. Jong Baloria. Medyo masikip. Jong. Layo ng layup na yun from Baloria. Ambuluto though is there. There's a foul. Jong Baloria may have hurt himself there in the process.
Valoria might have been hit hard.
He's been wearing a mask for quite some time, Jong Baloria. That was a foul. That was a foul.
Definitely a foul. Definitely a foul. Si Jong kasi matagal niya naman na di kailangan mag-mask eh, but he's already gotten so used to it. Ayaw niya na talaga tanggalin when he's on the court.
John Ambuluto, yung foul pa is yung loose ball foul. So Ambuluto at the line.
He is all over the place. 7 points, 3 rebounds for John Ambuluto.
A solid game so far for John Ambuluto. Which series did he have a really good series? Yung ano no against Jensen.
Yeah. Because Binyan wasn't really too consistent para sa kanya.
Well, they did not play Binyan.
I'm sorry, yeah.
South Cotabato was their opponent. The number 17 last season, yung kanilang nakalaban.
Ooh. I think Igala was first there.
Yeah, but yung kaliwang kamay niya, yung nakahawak kay Opiso. Sandagan is on for Gabayni. 26-24, low scoring first half. Jason Opiso, the hero of that game 2 win.
Opiso too, he has really climb the ranks here in the league.
A solid, solid role player. They were just overmatched against Pampanga
Yeah, definitely.
in terms of size.
Sa front court talagang talo sila.
And they were, and people were saying that year that Batangas was a better matchup. No?
For Pampanga. Yeah.
Kaya, a lot of people nasayangan dun sa talo ng Batangas Tanduay Masters.
Especially because Batangas already won game 1. So they were expecting a sweep already. And this was the last play. Lagrama got that steal. Then a foul called.
Well, they are still over the limit, Batangas. The question is, it's an offensive foul.
Coach Richie and Coach Eric are arguing that maybe it should have been an advantage foul.
Or it should have been a free throw.
Yeah. But the referee is saying
Offensive foul
that
on number 53, Sada Plaza.
offensive foul kasi. Kaya walang free throws na i-award.
Well, Quezon quite fortunate. Batangas rather quite fortunate. We should brace ourselves for a break second half. Sa sitwasyon natin, 49.1 seconds remaining. Timeout ang Quezon Huskers.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, para sa 100% pagbabago, para sa 100% paglilingkod, Pacquiao, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
The Quezon Huskers ahead 28-24 with 49 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So Dev Tupas kasama si Abby Palanya and Mika Abesamis bringing you the game. It's a rematch between the two teams that figured in a memorable South Division Finals series last year. Quezon winning that series 2-1. The Division Finals this year will be a best-of-5 affair. So, mas masaya. Mas maraming games. Nakasona ang Batangas. 14 on the shot clock. Opiso from the corner. Too strong on the 3. Rebound. CJ Isip. Hindi in-expect ni...
So funny that these kinds of things still happen to guys who have played with each other for so long. Baloria right there was already going up for the shot, and Ablaza was ready to try and get an offensive rebound if it missed. But Baloria decided to go for the pass at the very last moment.
Attorney Glenn, Gakal, and Danica watching right now. I hope you're enjoying the game, Attorney.
Happy viewing to you guys.
Wala siya dito eh. Baka may date.
Baka.
Baka may date.
Minsan na nga lang magkapahinga si Attorney Glenn eh.
Kaya nga eh.
Always so busy.
Lagrama hoists the 3.
Oh, gets his own miss.
Jodel, sidestep 3. No. The
That's a
push,
push, yeah.
on Sandagon, and it will mean free throws in this extended second quarter.
Lots of fouls being given up by both teams here in this period.
Well, we could see a lot of his 5 here. Sandagon, Banal, Fuentes, Gonzalez, and Diego Dario, but Diego gets a breather.
Yeah, especially going up against a team like Batangas. That 5 on the floor that you just mentioned, well, Diego already came out. is a good matchup for a team like Batangas, especially when Porter's not on the floor for the Rum Masters. And Batangas is trying to argue something here. Valoria was trying to talk to our referee on the left side.
No, Mintis, 0 for 2 for Mark Cruz. And Quezon, visiting Quezon Huskers, will go into the break with a 4-point advantage.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by two very special guests. Of course, Attorney Don Caponan of the Quezon Huskers and Congressman Marvin Marino of the Batangas Tanduay Rum Masters. Magandang gabi po, mga Ginoo. Attorney, obviously a very exciting ball game, no? But what we noticed really here tonight is one of your best acquisitions in Diego Dario.
Yeah, Diego, we've been wanting him for the longest time. So we're fortunate enough to be able to acquire him and join the Huskers. Matagal na yon, Mika. Last season pa namin si Diego gusto sa team namin, but because of his commitments with his former team, medyo natagalan lang, but we're so glad that he's here with us now.
At syempre, attorney, hindi lang siya ang nadagdag. You have other very good people na na-add nyo sa team nyo this season. How are you liking it so far?
Oh, I am more than satisfied because more than the fact that they are talented players, they're very good people. Focus sila, no? Lahat sila napakamasunurin. Wala akong sakit ng ulo. So that's one thing that I can really be proud of with our team.
It's very nice to hear, attorney. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Yes, binabati ko ulit ang lahat ng mga taga Quezon na sumusuporta sa Quezon Huskers, yung mga nanonood ngayon sa TV at saka yung mga nandito ngayon sa venue sa Batangas. Of course, gusto ko rin pasalamatan sila Senator Manny Pacquiao. Kung di dahil sa kanila, sa kanya, hindi magkakaroon ng ganitong pagkakataon at oportunidad ng mga players, no? Na maglaro sa ganitong liga. I'd also like to thank our generous sponsors led by the Tan family, Governor Dr. Helen Tan, R.D. Ronel Tan, Doc Kim Tan, Kong Mike Tan, Mayor Ralph Lim, and our sponsors Jack Liner and Queen Margaret Hotel. Maraming salamat, Nika.
Right, once again, maraming salamat po, Attorney Don Caponan of the Quezon Huskers. Good evening, Kong. Again, I said earlier, it's a very exciting ball game. Unang-una po, Kong, ano pong gusto nyo sabihin sa lahat ng Batanggenyo na nandito at sumusuporta sa inyo sa loob ng Batangas City Coliseum?
Siyempre, maraming salamat sa lahat po ng taga Batangas City na nandito sa loob ng Coliseum at mga nanonood sa kanilang mga bahay. Basketball, MPBL has been exciting for Batangas City. Kita nyo naman sa mga fans namin, tuwing may game, parating puno ang ating Coliseum. So, I think hardcore basketball fans talaga ang Batangas City.
Maraming salamat, Kong. Bukod po sa fans, meron pa po ba kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Siyempre, maraming salamat sa ating Mayor, Beverly Dimapua, sa paggamit ng Coliseum, sa lahat po ng aking mga kasamahan. And also, Senator Manny, thank you for always watching the game here in Batangas City. Maraming salamat din sa buong MPBL for having the games here. We're always excited to have MPBL here in Batangas City.
Right, maraming salamat po once again, Congressman Marvy Marino of Batangas City. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Kanhi Pacquiao. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
match of the South Division Finals. Quezon, both teams not shooting very well, but it's been the bench of the Quezon Huskers who have stepped up big time, including Diego Dario.
Yeah, that's right. He scored 13 of the 22 bench points nitong Quezon Huskers and has really helped them take control of this game by getting the lead. They're up by 4, but initially, Batangas was actually the one in the lead for majority of the first half. Both teams not really shooting very well, and their turnovers have contributed to this low-scoring ball game that we have right now.
Topeng Lagrama with a late steal. Quezon getting the edge as we head into the second half. Diego Dario, the man of the hour for Quezon, 13 points. The next best scorer is Simon Sandagon, who has 3 points together with Vince Magos. JP Sarao, one of the new acquisitions, has 2 points. And nowhere to be found, Judel Fuentes, LJ Gonzalez, and Gab Banal. And you expect these guys to come alive in the second half to help out Diego Dario. On the other side, John Ambuluto leading the way with 7 points. Si Philipan Yamogan, meron 5. Seda Blaza and Kenneth Igalo with 3 apiece. No Jong Baloria there, no Jexter Apinan. So again, with the way things went in the first half, you feel that we are in for an explosive second half.
Definitely. I'm sure, both coaches emphasized the adjustments that they need in their dugouts. Para sa Batangas, I think it's better recognition of the defense of Quezon. And for the Huskers, I believe it's involving Judel Fuentes and Simon Sandagon more on the offense. LJ Gonzalez didn't really see a lot of playing time because of the emergence of Diego Dario off the bench. So expect to see these two guys play alongside each other in the second half. Maybe in this third quarter, makikita na natin agad yan.
Well, Batangas usually plays well in the second half of games here in the Batangas City Coliseum, their home court. And etong Quezon Huskers, they will start with the same starting 5 kanina. Gonzalez, Hierro, Fuentes, Sandagon, and Sarao. Same with Batangas. Ochea, Ablaza, Isip, Baloria, and Ambuluto. Isip on to Ablaza. Ochea fires a 3. That's short. Isip short on the teardrop. And that's off Joshua Hierro.
Dangerous pass delivered there by Judel Fuentes, who's now playing with a bandage under his lip on the right side.
Ochea taken away by Judel. Fuentes, the runner. That won't go. He gets his own miss. The fadeaway from Judel. Wala pa rin. LJ to Fuentes. 3 misses for Judel. And Ochea comes away with a loose ball.
Very uncharacteristic. He's now 0 out of 7 from the field. Judel, his only point coming from the free throw line in that first half.
Another sloppy start here in the third quarter. Similar to the start of the game.
We expected these teams to come out sharper here in the third quarter, pero pareho nga ang nagigisimula dito ng parehong kupunan.
LJ Gonzalez with Sarao. Fuentes, he will not stop shooting. Judel 0 for 4 in the second half. Sandagon with a stick back.
I'd like to see Simon Sandagon be more aggressive, crashing the offensive glass. If these are the number of misses that the Huskers will have, then Simon Sandagon has to get on that offensive glass more often.
That's a foul on Hierro.
Many people have said that bumabagal na unti-unti ito si Jong Baloria, but I believe still one of the toughest players to guard here in the MPBL. You saw that in that last sequence. Joshua Hierro having to give up a foul.
Ablaza. Cuts si Isip. Ablaza lost the handle. Sandagon with a steal. Recovered by Isip. Great hustle by Isip. Ochea. Andun si Sarao, it's short on the layup.
And our referees letting the players play. A lot of bumping, bodies crashing.
And LJ Gonzalez lays it in for his first basket.
Surprisingly, LJ Gonzalez only with his first basket of the game. And that's because he hasn't really had a lot of opportunity to go on the open floor in that first half. And also because of the playing time that Dario ate up.
Ambuluto lost it. Sandagon on the move. Foul whistled on Seda Blaza.
Now, dito talaga lamang ang Quezon. If the Huskers start to turn on the Jets, their transition game will be a problem para sa Batangas City.
Ngayon ang take-off dito ni LJ Gonzalez for that finger roll. Sandagon nails the free throw. Attorney Don Capuna, the team manager. Always a good chat with Attorney Don.
Oh yeah. Sarap kausap niyan. Daming kwento eh.
Oo, daming kwento. 7 points para kay Simon Sandagon, and it's now a double-digit lead para dito sa Quezon Huskers. Coach Cholo Villanueva calls a timeout. 34-24. 7:36 left in the third.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo. 50 si MB. Hati mo si Manny.
MPBL founder Manny Pacquiao is here. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, and then at Ron Monsayak of the MPBL party list, and siyempre si Ma'am Jinky Pacquiao. And Batangas, a little out of sync. Kyra Rialubit, Emer Oreta, ang ating head of operations. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Here's Jong Baloria. Ablaza. Ochea wants it against Fuentes. Another miscue.
I don't understand that pass.
Baloria runs into Sarao. Off-balance shot. That won't drop. Ochea is fouled by Fuentes.
And now you could see the difference in age between these two teams. Quezon certainly using those young legs to their advantage right now, trying to push the basketball in every opportunity, while Batangas is having a hard time keeping up.
Baloria against Hierro. Look at Hierro stand his ground on Jong Baloria. Ochea with the offensive rebound. Back out to Jong Baloria. Ochea, corner three. No. LJ Gonzalez could not save that from going out. And this is a difference between this Quezon team in the playoffs last season when they faced Batangas. Sila yung sila yung naghahabol, they seem to be the team that's dragging their feet. Now, it's the other way around.
Correct, yes. Because now they figure out kung saan talaga sila nagkukulang. And this Batangas team, practically the same from last year, except the addition of Kenneth Ighalo.
Fuentes, full head of steam, and he banks it in.
That's his first field goal of this game.
Ambuluto. Batangas has yet to score in the second half. Another turnover. LJ. No. Ablaza with a rebound. Ease it quickly to Ochea. Don to Jong Baloria.
Nice read on 3-on-2 break right there. Much needed score para sa Batangas City. Let's see if they can build on that.
10-point lead for Quezon. Batangas just getting their first basket of the half. Gonzalez. Step back jumper. Yes.
Rhythm dribble against Seda Blaza, who was anticipating the drive, but LJ Gonzalez stepping back with that crossover and knocking down that fadeaway jumper.
Ablaza for 3. Sarao pushed against Ambuluto.
Seda Blaza struggling also in this game. 1 out of 5 from the field.
We bring you display of the game, brought to you by 1xBet. What a shot, galing kay LJ Gonzalez, sizing up the defense. Pinasayaw muna sa Seda Blaza before knocking down that jumper.
Despite that, Coach Eric Gonzalez still opting to pull out LJ Gonzalez from the game and insert Diego Dario back into the match.
Ang maganda lang dito, Javi, is that yung intensity, no, yung intensity and activity nitong Huskers, kahit nagbabago ng personnel, hindi nagbabago eh.
Correct. Kasi halos pareho rin naman eh. I mean, everybody has the same energy because of the age factor.
Dario blocked by Ighalo on the help. Ken waits for Isit. Isit, drop pass, Apinan, short. Loose ball, Magbos ends up with it. Gabaini. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Tamsi wants to go to Gabaini. A bit of indecision there. Medyo behind ng pasa. Isip. Zambuluto against Magbuhos. Zambuluto
Yes, that's a foul. Definitely a foul.
on Magbuhos.
In fact, dalawang beses na nga hinawakan ni Vince Magbuhos. He's saying that there's no foul, but very clear from our vantage point that Ambuluto was being held down by Vince Magbuhos.
Batangas, their biggest scoring run in this game was a 10-0 run to take a 20-12 lead. That was their biggest lead of the game. And since then, it's been 26-6. Yun yung turnaround dito.
That's huge. It has really been because of the energy that Quezon has shown. Hindi mapantayan dito ng Batangas City.
Only 2 points for Batangas here in the third. Still, 2 points para sa kanila. It's almost 6 minutes gone by.
Or 3 out of 9 from the free throw line in this game, and Ambuluto has missed a majority of those.
They're 22% in total. Gabaini inside. No. He gets his own miss. Joseph Gabaini for 2.
At napaganda pa nga dun para kay Joseph Gabaini, getting his own miss and sticking it right back in for the 2 points. Now, these Batangas players look tired.
Panya Mogan launches the 3. No. Rebound, Diego Dario. That's a foul on Ighalo. Smart play from Diego Dario.
Nice show of sportsmanship there from Diego Dario. Definitely no intention to hurt. But yeah, very smart play. Heads up. Galing kay Diego Dario.
Using Ighalo's momentum. Baloria is in for Ighalo.
But Ighalo already with
4 fouls.
4 fouls. Ighalo.
Yeah, 16 points inside the paint para sa Quezon. Diego saves it. Gab. No look pass to Gabaini. And that's a block galing kay Apinan. Gabaini asking for a foul. Coach Richie Texon says, hindi mo kailangan magreklamo ngayon. Joseph, lamang tayo. 14. Baka magbago ang ihip ng hangin.
Exactly. You know, sometimes those situations wherein a player on the leading team complains he's gotten a technical, ang bilis magpalit ng momentum pag ganyan eh.
Nakakuha ng foul dito si Diego Dario. You know what I like about Diego Dario as soon as he entered the floor in the first quarter? Parang he had that air of confidence in him. Na parang, okay, I'm here and I think I can take charge here.
And it's the confidence because he's not too high, he's not too low. Alam niya lang na capable siya. Pero he's not feeling any entitlement to be able to perform well. He knows he still has to work hard for it, but he knows na kaya niya. You get me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes, you know, of course, there's a tendency when you're coming from the PBA and going on over here to the MPBL, you feel like, kayang-kaya ko na to, kahit na magpetiks-petiks na ako dito, kaya ko kainin lahat ng to. But Diego, he knows that he still has to work hard for it, but he is very confident that if he does so, maganda ipapakita niya. Sinakyan. Piggyback ride.
Piggyback ride pala. Akala ko sa mga bata lang yan eh. Mga matanda pa lang, gumaganon pa rin. Next foul of Batangas will send Quezon to the line. Tamsi thought about it. Dario attacks middle. Kick out. Gabanal, 5 seconds to shoot. Tapos ang pasa na agaw ni Apinan. Jexter finds Ambuludto. 2 points.
First time I think they've scored in transition here in the third quarter.
Well, that's only their 4th point of the quarter. 40-28, 12-point lead. Banal. Opiso. Free throw line jumper is an air ball. Apinan drives. Fouled by Opiso.
Jexter Apinan has to impact this game in some way right now. Provide that spark that they badly need at this point.
Nice bounce pass here. Right on the money para kay John Ambuludto. He's been their best player here in this ball game. Ito si John Ambuludto.
Correct, yeah. And you really appreciate the way that he's been running the floor almost every time down. Sometimes he's even the first guy up court.
O sabi ko, Jexter Apinan.
1-1 na yan, ha?
Oh, 1-1, ha?
Okay, sige, tingnan natin. Kung mag 2 of 2, ha?
Kung mag-2 of 2. Jexter, mag-2 of 2 ka.
Huwag mo ipahiya si Delph dito.
No! Akala ko, mag-2 of 2. Pero malapit.
Malapit.
If it's any consolation.
That was at least had like a 50-60% chance of going in.
Jason Opiso with the offensive rebound and he draws the foul.
A lot of question marks on the face of Coach Solo Villanueva right now as to how to solve this problem that he has on the floor. These players are just getting outworked right now.
And these are some nice combinations being put in by Coach Eric Gonzalez. No? Maybe because it's new to us.
Yeah, could be.
That brings us excitement, pero iba eh.
But still, you know, I mean, they're going up against a very seasoned team, a squad that has one of the best cultures here in the MPBL, and also their foes, their rivals from last year's South Division Finals. So you could tell that these combinations, although new to us, are very effective right now para kay Coach Eric Gonzalez.
5 of 15 in the quarter ng Quezon. Batangas naman only 2 of 15. MJ to Jexter Apinan. Thought about it. Atake si Jexter. And he draws the foul. A chance again.
I'm really baffled as to how players still bite on that fake when Jexter Apinan attempts from the outside.
Sobrang sanay ka nakikita siya.
Exactly.
Kakagat at kakagat.
And you know, like 95, ooh, that's a miss. You know, like 95, 100% of the time, he's gonna go left, and yet you still have a hard time stopping him.
Anderson Marino here. Hindi din tumatanda to si Kong eh.
Actually, yeah.
Michael J. Fox eh. Ang
Mismo.
datingan.
Tama ka dyan. Tumpak na tumpak yan.
Okay, 2 of 4 so far, Jester Apinan.
Eh, di ba kasi crunch time eh. Baka kasi,
Baka inahantay niya pag crucial
yun na
na.
nga eh.
12-point lead for the Huskers. Fuentes. Here's Jadel. Oh. Taken away. And Fuentes steps out of the three-point line. It's good.
Botched opportunity for Batangas to trim away at the deficit, giving up the basketball and letting Judel Fuentes, of all people, get an open look at a three.
He's got a smile on his face now, Judel Fuentes, after making the three. Porter will try. No. Fuentes on the run. Another three. Yes, sir. Jodel Fuentes back to back. And the lead is ballooned to 18.
Just like that. Just after one turnover, and these things happen para sa Batangas. That's now 16 turnovers and counting for the Rum Masters in this game.
Well, what's worrying to me is the 30 points in 3 quarters.
Correct, yeah. And last year, they averaged 78.4 points per game. Itong Batangas City, one of the best scoring teams in the league.
48 to 33. 5 seconds remaining. LJ Gonzalez. LJ for 3. That won't go. Apinan with a rebound. And that will do it. The Quezon extending the lead here in the third quarter.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, para sa 100% pagbabago, para sa 100% paglilingkod, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Back inside the Batangas City Coliseum for the South Division Finals rematch to begin the season para sa parehong kupunan. Quezon in the lead, 48 to 33. And para sa akin, big game considering, okay, as Magbuos extends the lead. And you see the quarter scoring, Batangas winning the first, Quezon winning the second and the third quarters. Ang importante dito, again, okay, yung point dito is paramdam to eh, statement to eh, na South Division is still ours.
Correct, yeah. And you know, they want to make sure that Batangas, of all people, are the first to know that they are still going to be the Kings of the South this year. But of course, this is just the first game of the season. Ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari, but definitely...
Even in this game, by the way, sorry. 50-33, 17 points, and alam naman natin na may mga explosive players dyan sa Batangas.
Correct, yes. But still, you know, I mean, very important for the confidence of the Huskers that they have this statement win because this sets the tone for them throughout the year. Kasi nga, ang tagal na nila magkakasama, tagal na nila nagpa-practice with each other. And so this is like kind of like a barometer for them as to how well they're doing already.
Try to lay the marker.
Exactly,
early.
yes.
Hierro on the cut. Opiso, short stab. Yes. That's a great play, well executed para dito sa Huskers.
They know the strengths of each other. They know where to put the ball in situations where their teammates can be successful. On the other hand, itong Batangas City, yes, they've been with each other for quite some time already, years. In fact, as LJ Gonzalez breaks away with 2 points more. For Batangas City, now is the time for you to assess yourselves. Can this really be the lineup that you can win with moving forward? Are they still aligned with your goals to go deep into the playoffs and maybe make it finally into the national championship?
And Judel Fuentes, there might be extra motion there. And Judel was caught. Parang tinulak si Philip Panyamogan, but
Yeah.
something might have happened along the way.
I think Panyamogan hit Fuentes first. That's why the retaliation galing kay Judel. But these two guys actually, they've been going at it throughout the game.
And a bit of frustration as well for Batangas. Down 19 on their home court.
Yeah, it's so painful for them, especially because the bulk of this Quezon team are young guys. And sila mga veterano na, battle-tested guys. And yet, they can't seem to find a way to counter this Quezon onslaught.
54-35. Let's give a quick shout out sa ating kaibigan, Mr. Kaiser Galvez.
Okay, yeah, the team
arriving
owner of Muntinlupa.
arriving just I think last night from the
From
US
where?
from the US of A.
Nasa US na naman siya?
Kakauwi niya lang. Kakauwi niya. I think he played pickup ball tonight. Pang
Wow,
pagpag.
Grabe ah.
Ibang klase yan.
Ibang klase talaga ang
si
isang
Idol.
Kaiser Galvez.
Ikaw na ang maging Kaiser Galvez.
Mahirap.
Mahirap.
Maging Kaiser Galvez. Look who's in the building right now, Sidel.
Oo nga. We have a Filipino music icon in the building. Mr. Freddy Aguilar. Huwag nyo masyadong patagalin. Baka kumanta pa yan dito, ha? Ha? Ready kumanta yan.
Ito ba yung mga kapanahunan mo to?
Upon review, foul on number 2, Judel Fuentes is second. Technical
Sorry,
foul
di ko na
on number 2,
mabanggitin ulit.
Judel Fuentes for second motion.
The technical on Judel
Foul on
Fuentes.
Judel Fuentes. Unsportsmanlike foul on number 25, Philip Panyamogan, his first foul.
So, unsportsmanlike on Philip Panyamogan. Technical foul on Judel.
So it's a free throw first for the technical.
Yun, no? So, MJ De La Beren ang titira ng technical free throw. Hindi pumasok kanina.
Oh,
Hindi pala kasama yun.
Practice lang. Kasi there was still some clarification from our technical table. I think that's why hindi kinount. Because right after De La Virgen attempted that supposed technical free throw, may clarify agad yung mga referee.
So LJ Gonzalez is at the line. This ang unang free throw. Sama pala ni Boss Kaiser si Justin Almeida.
Oh, okay. Who is now assistant team manager of Davao.
Wow!
Yeah. I heard just a couple of days ago, I think nagka-chat kami. And very happy for him. Although he did tell me that he would still rather be on the floor playing.
Eh, naglaro naman siya sa Bel Air. Okay na yan.
Ayun na nga eh. Siya naman ang commissioner dun eh.
Gonzalez with the fadeaway. No good. And Batangas looking to run here. Put together, you know, some points on the board consistently. Medyo hindi talaga sila maka-establish ng rhythm dito sa game na to.
Correct. Yeah, their scoring has dwindled since the first quarter. 14 points in the first, and then 10 in the second, only 9 in the third quarter for a team that usually scores in the upper 70s, almost 80 points a game last year. And the Huskers, give credit to them, they've really done a wonderful job of stymieing the offense of Batangas City sa laro na to.
The layup. King Importante is in the game. 55-38 ang ating score. Quezon already in penalty, so it's something that Batangas can exploit. Hierro drives and lays it in.
Again, these drives to the basket, nahihirapan makasabay dito ang Batangas City.
Napinan, blocking foul, 2 free throws.
Jackson Rapinan will once again be our guest and the free throw line.
2 for 2.
Are you counting on it right now?
At yata ng free throw ni Jexter nga, hoping ako 2 for 2 eh. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Here we go.
Well, there's certainly an improvement in his stroke. I can see
Diba?
it. I can
Diba?
see it. Wala na masyadong hits eh. Ayun o.
3 of 6 for Jexter. Hierro to Sandagon. Tamsi now with LJ Gonzalez. They go to Sarao. Jumper. No good. Importante with the rebound. Okay, Importante has lost a lot of weight, huh?
Yeah.
Looks really slim. There he is, trying to force the issue on Tamsi. Tamsi standing his ground. Hierro onto Sandagon. Hierro gets it back. LJ Gonzalez will wait for his teammates.
This is a mismatch.
LJ wants to dance. Sarao for 3. It's good.
Miscue there from Jexter Rapinan to leave JP Sarao wide open from top of the circle.
7-39. Apinan sa ilalim. Hindi niya mausog si Sandagon.
Simon Sandagon wants a challenge, but they don't have any more challenges left.
Mark Cruz and Don Ochea. His 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. JP Sarao, that is the shot that actually really did some damage against Zamboanga in that series last season. Yung 3 points sa gitna.
Correct, yeah. And it's funny why they left him wide open numerous times from that area. And they've seen that all season long.
Hierro for 3. Too strong. Sandagon with the offensive rebound. He attacks and he scores.
Offensive rebound and put back, one of the reasons why Quezon was able to steam ahead in that third quarter and establish this comfortable lead.
62-39. A dominant showing by the reigning South Division champs here on the road. against their fierce rivals. Timeout muna tayo with under 6 minutes remaining.
Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. With the infusion of vets to the young guys, Coach Eric Gonzalez made the boys primarily focus on their roles, especially those he got as help for Simon. Besides this, he just told Diego Dario to represent him on the court, which he is doing almost perfectly as we can see and expected. Again, roles. He wants to solidify these, which is most important getting into the next rounds. Yes, I have the pieces I need now, but I have to strengthen this to compete with the strong contenders. Sudelf and Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And clearly defined ang roles dito sa Quezon Huskers team. And just very impressive here to start the season.
Yeah, in a team that has a loaded roster, it's very important that you really define your roles para hindi kayo nagkakabungguan, hindi kayo things don't get overcompensated for.
Turnover on Gabanal.
Coach Solo still hoping that there is one last-ditch effort in his boys at this point of the game.
MJ launches the three. No. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Diego Dario is fouled by King Importante. Much ado about nothing. Wala naman yun ah.
Wala, nothing. Diego just doing what he did against Ighalo in the third quarter, trying to use Importante's momentum this time against him. And, you know, just like what we've been mentioning this entire second half, it's really more about the frustration for Batangas City right now because, yun na nga, gaya na sinabi ko, it's hard for them to accept that a bunch of young guys are really steamrolling in this game against them.
Kamsi, three. And Mark Cruz.
And this is not a picture of class right now for Batangas City. This is not something that they want to continue.
Down goes Sandagon. I think it's Importante.
Yeah, looks like it. It's just so disappointing that you're already down by this big and you still displaying this kind of attitude on the floor. It's certainly not a good example for many of the young players watching right now. He seems to be really hurt. He's still down on the floor and he seems to be in a lot of pain. I think may dugo pa nga eh.
Might be a cut. And there's a signal from the Quezon bench that someone might have thrown something their way. No?
Looks like it.
Ooh. Will that count?
Upon review, unsportsmanlike foul on number 27, King Importante is second. Substitution, Topeng Lagrama for Diego Dario.
Diego Dario. Looks like he's done for the night as Topeng Lagrama enters the game.
Yeah, there was a hit on the face.
Yeah. Bit of a clothesline.
Yeah.
Sa ulo yung tama.
So it will count, and this is a bonus free throw.
No, it won't count.
Oh.
Hindi, ano.
Wasn't it counted?
No, hindi.
Okay.
Over 2 for Sandagon. Struggles at the line continue.
That's one of the things he really needs to work on. He gets fouled a lot. But his free throw percentage far from desirable.
Halfway through this final quarter. Lagrama. Banal, quick swing. Sarao for 3. Importante with the rebound. MJ. Chea. Chea with a fadeaway. That's short. With that kind of evening for the Rum Masters.
They're just veering away from what we're used to seeing. This is not Batangas basketball we're seeing tonight coming from the Rum Masters.
Sarao pulls up. Too strong. Rebound ni Mark Cruz. Back the other way. MJ de la Virgen. MJ, the runner, is short. Put back. Wala pa rin. Sarao with the rebound.
Imagine only 13 made field goals the entire game so far for Batangas City.
Only 39 points for Batangas. And we didn't expect a high-scoring game, but not like this though for Batangas.
Correct. I would have expected, you know, both teams to score in the upper 70s, considering that was their average last year. Batangas was 78.4 points per game. Quezon was 76.6. They averaged 43% from the field last year, talking about the Rum Masters. Quezon was 40%.
Ray Hoble watching us live stream. Excited sa mga kumanta si Freddy Aguilar eh. Mukhang after ng game, kakanta eh.
Yun na nga, yeah. He has his whole band here with him.
Mukhang na-excite ako. Parang gusto ko manood muna.
Kala ko ba uwi ka na?
Hindi. Sayang naman.
It's only once in a lifetime that you have a guy like Freddy Aguilar here. Big concert to, ah.
Totoo. Totoo yan. Fan of the Game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Outfit ni ate. Yung bata, agad daw outfit.
Okay, di ka dapat. Ano ba yung suot niya?
Parang naka-vest.
Okay.
Knitted vest.
Wow.
Parang si Mayor Mark Alcala lang. How to wear a knitted shirt on his Instagram. Banal for 3. It's good.
Kung ano ang malas ng Batangas, yan naman ang kinaswerte ng Quezon dito sa second half.
Oh, ayaw pa rin.
Parang tila may takip ang ring ng Batangas City. It's a pity because they're playing on their home floor. And many of the fans here were really expecting a great game, lalo na sa kanila. They just could not deliver tonight. And on the bright side, Batangas City still has so many games to play, 29 to be exact. Sorry, 28 games after this in the regular season. So there definitely is a lot of time to improve and to also assess what they need to work on.
Well, this was a tough game to start the season.
And you'd love to have these types of games actually to start para alam mo na agad kung ano na yung game problema mo.
To 41. Topping. Vince magbuhos for 3. Cruz with the rebound. Quickly to Ochea. Coaching the last 2 minutes of this ball game. Said Ablaza. Ochea for 3. Still doesn't drop. Their three-point shooting, 4 of 24. Itong Batangas.
They're certainly missing the services of Levy Hernandez in this game.
Levy is suspended. Eman Tagle, the homegrown player. Abundo is in the game. They cross half court. Mayor Mark blocked by Ablaza. Importante atake. No. Isit fires a three. Still won't go. It's been that type of evening for Batangas City.
Even the usual effort defensively, di talaga natin nakita. They're just a step or two slower in this game compared to Quezon.
Tagle fires. No. Magbuhos with the offensive rebound. Ang ganda din ng pick-up dito kay Vince Magbuhos from Nueva Ecija. Alcala. Magbuhos. Quezon, a comprehensive win to start the season. Tagle gives up the foul on Isit.
For Batangas City, I'm excited to see Levy Hernandez back in action, as well as Mark Olayon, who was already with the team last year but didn't really see action para sa kanila. A lefty player plays the 3-4 spots. A little bit better version of a Jexter Apinan, I must say, a younger version.
Nagrama is in for Magbuhos. Batangas still pressing here.
Oh, what matters now for Coach Cholo is that closing out this game, his team does it the right way.
Importante, misses the layup.
Wow.
Dalawang magkakampi ang banggaan doon.
I am in utter disbelief of this.
Only 19 points in the second half for Batangas. Foul on Ablaza.
You wouldn't normally see this from a seasoned team. But again, that's just a testament to how well Quezon has played in this game on both ends. Eh sila rin naman, minamalas sila sa opensa kanina, but their defense was spot on. They gave up the first quarter, but in the second and third periods, they really buckled down to work and made sure that Batangas City had a difficult time.
Tagle, 2 for 2. Quezon getting their usual production now. At least 70, umabot sila ng 70 points. Ablaza nails the three. And they will dribble this one out. The reigning South Division champions. An early test para sa kanila, and they passed it. And flying colors. It was an intriguing matchup that we expected to go down the wire. But with their new recruits and fresh acquisitions, the Quezon Huskers come away with a 70-46 win. It's a rout here in Batangas City. A heavy loss at home to start the season for the Tanduay Rum Masters. On the other end naman, a very strong start para dito sa Quezon Huskers. A statement victory for them to begin their season. And speaking of making a statement, Diego Dario and his MPBL debut earns Best Player of the Game honors. Our Best Player of the Game is brought to you by 1xBet. Diego came in prepared and hardly looked phased as he begins his career here in the MPBL with the Quezon Huskers. Quite a start for our good friend Diego Dario.
Correct, Sadel. 13 points, 6 rebounds. Very impressive indeed para kay Diego Dario. But he can now expect that he will have a target on his back moving forward.
Let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang best player of this game. Walang iba. Welcome to the MPBL, Diego Dario. Diego, Coach Eric told me that he specifically got you dito sa team na to be his extension on the court. But tonight, you did that and more. Kamusta ka sa unang laro mo with the Huskers?
Sobrang grateful ako sa opportunity na to na nakakalaro ako ng basketball dito sa MPBL. Of course, playing in front of different provinces, malaking experience to. Sobrang sarap na experience and sana magtuloy-tuloy.
Diego, alam ko na very used to ka sa culture ng coaches dito sa team na to, but how are you so far with your teammates sa mga practices?
Well, kilala ko na rin yung mga ibang teammates ko. Naging teammates ko na yung iba doon, sila Gab. Yung iba, napapanood ko sa UAAP. So, familiar na ako sa kanila, especially the coaches. Thankful ako sa opportunity na binibigay nila. At humble lang kami. Every time we win, we just give the glory to God.
Thank you, Diego. Do you have anyone to greet?
Yes, I just want to thank, of course, Governor Helen Tan, Boss R.D. Ronel, Kong Mike, si Doc Kim Tan, and of course si Mayor Ralph Lims. Sobrang salamat sa suporta na binibigay niyo sa amin sa Quezon Huskers at salamat sa lahat ng fans na nanood. Sana patuloy yung pagsuporta niyo sa MPBL.
Maraming salamat once again, Diego Dario, who is our 1xBet player of the game. Si Delphin Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Congratulations, Diego Dario. What a start to his time here in the MPBL. Tomorrow, we will be at the Cuneta Astrodome in Pasay City. The defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, begin their title defense against the Imos Brotherhood, coming off a big win against Mindoro last Monday. And in the second game, the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu, the powerhouse team, also making their season debut against the Cebu Classic. And in the second game, the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys, fresh off their debut win at home